I'm a glitter critter forever.
Oh, hey! So last month, I got to hang out with my main YouTube bae, Shane Dawson. Now, he and I got to talking, and we both realized that we both grew up poor, broke, and sad with our childhood. So he came up with a really cool video idea for me.
Hey Breland, it's Shane, and first of all, I just want to say I am so happy that you are getting back to hacks and DIYs instead of doing those story times about perioding on your pizza, because that was gross. I have a request. I think you should do a life hacks for poor people. I know you grew up poor, I grew up poor, and there were so many things that I wish I could have known. For example, if you put a gallon of ice cream right behind a fan, it feels like an air conditioner. So I can't wait to see what kind of poor people life hacks you come up with, and I love you. I'm a glitter critter forever.
Thank you so much to Shane Dawson for being a part of this video and for the really awesome video idea. I actually have a ton of ideas for being broke and poor. Here it is. If you're hungry, why buy food when you can just print it out for free? This really stupid hack was inspired by my own childhood where I used to cut out food in magazines and wish I could eat it. So for this hack, if you're low on cash and can't pay your water bill, just wait till it rains to take a shower. Just get a cheap bar of soap. That's it. Yeah! I included this funny hack because I once bathed in a river when I was locked out of my aunt's house because I had to live with her during tough times. And this actually happened to me. I know being poor is nothing to joke about, but I have been poor and homeless in the past and wanted to share these hacks with you that got me through tough times and made me the humble and thankful person that I am today. The joke hacks were inspired by true stories from my life. Although they're fun to laugh at now, back then it wasn't a joke. It was my life. If you are poor, I know how you feel. Just remember to keep smiling, keep going, and I promise it will get better. Now for the hacks that saved me money during tough times and made poor living easier. I love you so much, and I hope these help. When I was younger, I used to go places with my imagination. Sometimes I would even create my own little environment of the place that I wanted to go. So what I would do is create cute little tents out of bed sheets in my room and fill them with like tons of things that made me happy. Makeup wipes can be really expensive, so if you need to take off that caked up makeup you have on, just grab a jar of Vaseline and a tissue. Wipe your makeup right away, and you got yourself a bootleg makeup wipe. For this hack, start an adventure fund. Take a container or a folder like this, decorate it with fun things, and begin adding money to it here and there. Like if you get change or even $1, add that to it, and you could buy something as simple as an ice cream cone, which is what I used to do when I was little. Obviously, you can't afford a trip around the world, but it really just gives you something to look forward to. One time, I saved up exactly 99 pennies, and when the ice cream truck came, I was able to buy an ice cream cone, and I remember the lady didn't even charge me tax because I guess she felt sorry for me. When you're poor, buying makeup is the last thing you're able to buy because it's more like a luxury. It's nothing that you need. So when I did get makeup, I would buy like cheap lipstick and I would use it as a blush or a lip stain. There's so many things you can do with just a regular pink lipstick, and I would make it work, and it looks really great. Learning how to shop in-store and online is super important when you're poor. Alright, let me show you how I shop online. So I'm giving myself a budget of $5.99 for Amazon, and I need some paper clips, nail art, and a phone charger. Then I'm going to leave the last $2 for tax and shipping. Here I am on Amazon, and I search for paper clips. I was able to find paper clips used for $1.10. And the reason it's considered used is because the box is possibly damaged or it's been opened, so Amazon has to damage it out and put it as used. But yet you still get products brand new. I also found 3 phone chargers for only $2.99, so I added both of those to my cart. Next, I needed some nail art, so I searched for the cheapest set of nail art that I could possibly find. I found this 1,200 pieces nail art set, which was only $1.30. In the end, I stayed on budget, and my total was only $5.48, and that is how you shop on Amazon. I know decorating is the least of your worries when you're poor, but I remember me and my mom would go to thrift shops and we would get all sorts of things, sort of like this cheap pillow I got for $1 and some pom-poms. Also have these glue dots here. Back in the 90s we would use hot glue, but these are a lot safer and they don't burn your fingers. So I just added glue dots all over this cheap pillow I got for $1 at the Goodwill, and then I just started adding these pom-poms all over it, and they're super colorful. Pom-poms are cheap. I got them for $1 for a huge bag, and I have to say this pillow looks like it has a pom-pom disease, but it looks so good next to my chuburashka. When I was younger, I used to make bows out of Scotch tape. I know, I was a really weird kid, but I had fun doing it. So to make a bow out of washi tape or duct tape, I would just roll up a big piece of tape, and then I would begin building up each side of the roll, so that way it started to look more like a bow. And next, I would staple it, and then I would pinch the middle, so that way it looked super bow-like. And next, I would just add some more tape to the center, and last, you can just add a bobby pin to it. There you go. It's super easy to make and it looks really cool. Since makeup was a luxury for me when I was poor, I would always knowingly buy like really cheap eyeliner, and this is basically what the eyeliner would look like when I would open it up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's filled with wax. Oh yeah, I have a great idea, and my mom actually taught me this. You take the cheap eyeliner and you light it and you warm it, and this is when all the magic happens. This stuff turns into Urban Decay 24/7 black eyeliner. So another great way to make some extra cash, maybe for that adventure fund, is to sell some of your homemade DIYs on an Etsy shop or eBay. It is really simple to start your own shop on Etsy, and people sell their crafts on here all the time. You just click the sell button and you can start right away. Same thing with eBay. It's a great way to make extra cash. I realize ponytail rings aren't that expensive, but if you have an old shirt that you're gonna throw away, did you not remember that you're poor? You better make something out of that shirt. So I murdered the shirt by cutting a couple of strips out of the front, and then I began braiding this cute little ponytail ring thing. You can also make headbands or bracelets or whatever out of excess fabric. This isn't just a poor life hack, this is something I still do to this day, but I used to do it a lot when I was poor, and I would always use a shimmery eyeshadow to apply to my cheekbones. I still question why people go out and pay so much money for an expensive highlighter when you can just use your eyeshadow, people. When you're poor, staying on trend is sometimes extremely hard because you can't afford to go out and buy like the new trendy tops. So why not use your free creativity and make one? So I used a black Sharpie marker and I'm just drawing this little eyelash t-shirt design that I saw online, like on Tumblr, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could totally draw that. So I just started by just building up the eyelashes, then I added some blue eyeshadow and made it look sort of doodle-like, and it came out great. I'm actually proud of myself. When I would start school each year, I would only get one pair of good shoes. And during that year, my shoes would get so dirty. So I would use white nail polish, a whiteout, or you could use like a Sharpie marker whiteout thing like I have here. And you just cover like all the white parts on your shoes, including the logos or like the bottom of the shoes where it gets super dirty. And they're like new. So I know this is a really old trick, but just in case you forgot, if you're poor and you don't have that much money to go out and buy new nail polishes, you can totally just add acetone or any nail polish remover to your old dried up nail polishes, shake it up, let it set a while, and it'll be just like new. Before YouTube, I never really wore lashes, but when I did, I would always keep them for literally years. I would always refresh them by soaking them in makeup remover, or I would comb Vaseline through them just like this. And then you can also put it like on cardboard and comb all of the mascara out of them. And I'd basically give them a full refresh, including a little curl at the end. And these would be just like new when I'd go to apply them again next Halloween.
Also, you can poop inside of a Doritos bag and then just throw it away.